Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
Or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
This is what's it's 30 below zero. You sort that out with just fur, but there's some of your collective, there's some of your Wim Hof stuff. But so everyone's within a degree of knowing somebody that could plan an expedition. It's this simple. We don't have to keep questioning this. We know where it is. We have Admiral Byrd's account. Was it a secret Nazi base? Was there an actual fight? Was there 4,000 to 6,000 soldiers actually going toe to toe with Victor Schauberger, the naturalist, quantum mechanic? Were they flying around in anti-gravity saucers? And I mean, really, War of the Worlds, Nosferatu, killing each other for at least a day or two, take this, Nazi, see, yeah. And then, they all went, there's going to be aliens, see, and we're all going to ride dinosaurs with them. Yeah, right down here. Yeah, they all saddled. Yeah. And then, get some nice.
All right, all right, all right. Good old DHP Michael Rozier having a show on right now, which is a rarity in time. I'm glad. I slept, which is why I'm late. I apologize for that, but Jesus, I didn't think I was going to sleep that long or at all. It just snuck up on me. Well, I want to welcome you to the show. Tonight's going to be a little, I don't know what, but we're in the arcade. We're in the arcade. No green screen tonight. But I'm interested to hear what's going on over here at DHP. Let's go check out Dark Hour Paranormal before we get this show kicking. Michael!
1940s pomade and get down there with your sorry, I digress into a canvas that
no, it's okay.
No
see, we always have to have those pop culture references. See, well, maybe you don't see, well, you should see. See?
Oh, it's just the bee's knees.
You're she.
Sorry.
So, have you heard about the Charleston? It's going to be big. I sure it is. And so we are dating ourselves because no one young watches any of this stuff. Anyway, back to the 20s and 30s. So, although it was just Christmas, and I'm sure people watched It's a Wonderful Life, and they do dance the Charleston. But so Admiral Byrd heads down to Antarctica, and we have his...
he heads down to Antarctica, and then he has a fight out with the aliens, and he comes back, tells her the story, how they can go from pole to pole, right?
Diary, and assuming all is well with the diary and that it's accurate, we have this account and of, everything from Nazi, German socialist period 1940s don't get banned on YouTube conversation socialists. They have flying saucers and or have established a base post World War II, and we send a expeditionary force there. There were reported injuries, but it wasn't from frostbite, that there was conflict, right? And then Admiral Byrd's assessment of a second sun or a bright light, again, let's go check it out. So here's what I can tell you right now for everyone listening. There is 0 restrictions by land to go to that cave. 0 restrictions. You can't fly to it. So follow that. It's a no-fly zone. And you have to want to be really cold, which I guess I'm willing to, so I might be putting my foot in it if somebody calls up with the money. But
is he not seeing us?
You and I and a small group are perfectly capable. And I don't think it's completely an unaffordable expense, but on a sponsored expedition, we are very capable of getting off this thing tonight and calling out one of hopefully a zillion listeners and say, look, Admiral Byrd wrote this, that there is an entrance to an underground world. It is the basis for Jules Verne because there was another assessment of that from a sailor from 100-something years earlier. So we have this assessment that we have warm waters and lakes, that we have an underground world, that it's accessible, and that location is known. We have to go. We have to establish camp. We have to be able to trek arduously, but in proper equipment across, I'm not sure if it's more than 1,000 miles, but we have to trek to the location. We could check it out and we could leave, but can we fly a drone there? Can we fly a plane there? That's not allowed. So the barrier to entry to answer this question, I call BS. I'm asking right now, first time I've ever done this, but I'm throwing it out there. I'm planning to, right now, I'm planning 2 archaeological endeavors right now. One's in America and one's out of country, but due to the current circumstances and until I have more established, I wouldn't talk further about what's being planned, other than it has to do with ancient engineered soil. We don't have our eyes on that, because when you talk about genes, I want to remind everybody, I'm not just talking about our genes. I'm talking about why is it that no academic institution, ask yourselves right now, ask everyone you know, ask anyone and everyone associated with every university, why aren't you testing the Paracas? They are born with their elongated skulls. Why? If you have anything to do with ancient
because they already tested them.
Biology. Why the hell aren't you testing mummies that we know are at least 9,000 years old? So
they did test them. They're not going to give us that information.
Oh, good question. That's one thing, but we have the ability to go to Antarctica, and you and me and everybody we know the stories, And yeah, we could paint a prettier picture other than Charleston tapping Tommy gun carrying, big baller fight out down there. But for us to not table a discussion about what does an expedition back to that entrance look like is silly at this point. It's like, okay, great. Look at some of the
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I know there are many variables to consider when undertaking an expedition like that. And I believe that there have been some people who have at least made the attempt to do that. I think some of their plans may have been truncated within the planning stages. And I'm not exactly certain that some of these parties have actually gone off and trekked up that way. But I know that it's been talked about for quite some time, at least in our circles, to do something like that. Just for the sake of time, I'm going to move on to this last one here because I could talk with you about that a lot more than we are, obviously. But here I want to propose something to you. Do you think that there will ever be any public archaeological excursions to our nearest celestial bodies? Because we're seeing all these figures on Mars, and we see, different structures, even on the moon. We're calling it pareidolia. We're calling it apophia. All these different things that it just don't lead to there actually being something there. And yet when we're looking at it, there's so many of us who are convinced. Do you think we'll ever get the chance to, again, publicly know about any expeditions going out and resurfacing some of that history on our closest planets?
Yeah, it's so frustrating and also exciting to speculate.
Why does he have the microphone covering up 25% of his face? Is he a ventriloquist, I wonder? Good stuff, Michael. We'll come back and see if there's still a little bit of activity with the man behind the microphone. Jared Murphy. Good interview, man. Shit. That's a good interview. Michael's just so good. He really is one of the good guys. It's nice to have somebody like that around. Really is. So if you haven't been to his channel, it's Dark Hour Paranormal. And if you type it in, you got to type in Dark Hour and then a space and then Paranormal. It's so much easier to find. But he is almost to 1,000 subs. He has gained a lot of fans in the last 6 to 8 weeks. And I'm glad to see that he's got such quality interviews and a lot of good stuff. Dark Hour, Space, Paranormal. So thank you everybody for coming here tonight. A little late start, and I did oversleep. There's something going on that I can't help it. I sleep when I sleep now. It's weird. When I go to bed, I don't sleep. When I'm not in bed, I sleep. It's a bizarro world. Oh my God, it is. It is. And you saw what happened to El Presidente today. Bizarro world we're living in. These are very strange times, even for ufology, the paranormal. Very, very strange times we're living in. And why is that fan? By the way, people have been asking me about the fan. I've gotten 3 emails in the last week. What kind of fan is it? And I believe I wrote it's a light. I don't want to get up and look. I can't remember. Let me see if I can turn around and get it. It is... Oh, okay. It is a Live Pure, Livepure. There's no blade in there. It actually blows colder air than what's in the room. I don't know how the technology does it. The reason I have it on, you're probably wondering, why am I bundled up and I have that? Now you're not? Well, I'll tell you anyway. It's because my body temperature's whack. I don't know what's going on, but I do now. I found out today, but I digest. So this is just the way it is. I had the heat on because I was freezing, turned the heat off, and then I got cold, put this on, and then I got warm right before the show started, turned on the fan, and now I've got a good mix of hot and cold keeping me alive. Yeah. Anyway, Kecksburg. The Kecksburg craft, I believe, is the Die Glocke. Die Glocke! Or Die Glock. Whatever. It is German UFO technology, bell-shaped object that disappeared. You understand? It disappeared. And then it came back. Well, I know it sounds funny, but apparently there's another story out there where it didn't come back. It just disappeared. And it was shackled. I think I even have pictures of what it... I did a video. You probably... I don't know. You probably didn't see it. But I'll play that in a little bit. New UFO terminology, META-Propulsion craft. I talked about it last night and introduced it to you. I want to know what you think. So let me pull up the chat. I'm clicking buttons, man. I don't know what I'm doing. Here you are. Yeah, that's right. No roll call. The roll call is over. So I want to say welcome. It just takes too long. You know what I mean? It takes too long to do. I like doing it. I don't think people, when they listen, want to hear me going through everybody's name. Although I like the personal effect. I like it a lot. I like saying hi to all of you. It may come back. But for tonight, it's maybe we'll do it periodically. I don't know. It depends on the night. How's that? So it's not gone forever. Just be here every night if you want to be a part of the show. Oh! DJ Rich, is Kecksburg craft like the bell-shaped craft you covered? Yes! 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 And we're probably going to have a lower number of people here tonight because I know we started late, so people probably don't think we're coming on. I did, DJ. Let me pull that up for you, as a matter of fact. I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a little bit out of touch with my reality. Let me, is this it? Yeah, here it is. This is from today. I made this for you. I did it. And hold on. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Relax. Just a piece. What piece do I want to play? This? No. This. Yeah, this was interesting. So this UFO is pretty freaking amazing. If you haven't seen it. Actually, I'll just play the whole thing. No, I won't. I mean, I could. Maybe I will. Welcome back to Third Phase, everybody. I'm Rich Giordano. That looks like the third phase moon. Can you believe I found that thing? I mean, I'm using it from now on. Now I'm going to put third phase across that. Maybe I'll shoot the dog.
And I'm Michael.
No! How dare I? Why would I say that?
Sir.
We have two different sightings of two completely different things. One's a UFO, one's a cloud, Michael, and it's not explained. These things still remain unexplained. I'd like to see what the audience thinks and go from there, so I'm gonna press play. We'll watch the video first and then we'll comment on it. Oh, here we go.
Let's get to this. A weird cloud over San Diego, captured 2018. Right now we're looking at it.
That is weird.
Permission granted by Prince Serpa. He put this up on his YouTube channel, and right away we looked at this video and we're like, what the heck is going on?
That's bizarre, I have to admit. Full screen? You got it. It's undulating. It's breathing. Is it
some
CGI?
kind of ring
Very
reacting
cool.
with the atmosphere in a strange way? Take a look at this. We're doing a little bit of reverse and forward so we could highlight the part where this thing basically fluctuates in the sky. What is causing this? We have videos of crown flashes, a phenomenon that has been captured around the world. We have a few videos submitted to us right here at Third Phase Moon. Here's one of them. Now let's get back to San Diego. Is this the same phenomenon going around? Is this the same phenomenon as we're watching it right now? The ring seems to implode on itself, deflate in a matter of a second. Again, I've never seen anything like this. This was captured in San Diego, so if anybody out there had a camera and they were able to witness this, well, we'd sure like to see your video submitted to us right here at Third Phase of Moon. What is going on? All right, Brent, what do you make of this strange ring formation in the sky here?
This is a weather phenomenon that, you know what, Blake? I can't put my finger on it. Is it a crown flash or is it something else? Look at the way it constricts, retracts. It's quite amazing. Our friend on the ground capturing this, he did an incredible job. He says the battery died on him in the last second, but we did manage to capture this amazing phenomenon, a weather phenomenon. Could it be a crown flash? It seems like it's being squeezed like a vice. You can see it constricting and retracting. What's creating this phenomenon that would do something like this?
I don't know what it is.
Could it be a holographic projection? Heart, possibly? You know, Blake, I really like this and got to give a big shout out.
Steve Karn wants to know, can I get a special shout out, please, buddy? It's 3:37 a.m. here. I stayed up specially for this live. I watch everyone you do. I watch every show you do, and I absolutely love this channel in Third Phase of Moon. Big love from UK. Of course, Stephen Karn. Is it Karn or Karn? Welcome to the show, man. Thank you for your loyalty. Madonna mia, huh? Let's give this guy a nice round of applause. Meatballs for Stephen, will ya? Freaking 3:37 a.m. He's writing, listening to the show. So it's 8:38 for me. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 7 hours. Okay, all right. I won't forget that. You know what I need to do for you people out there? What do you mean, you people? You know what I mean. You know what I need to do for them? A show in the daytime or their nighttime, like 7 o'clock. So that would mean I would have to do a show at noon. All right. Keep your eyes open. You may have triggered something, either a premiere or a live show. I'm going to try it for you, Stephen, and people out there in the UK who I really wish I was born a UK guy. I do. Italian's pretty cool, I have to admit, but the stereotypes that go with it aren't the best. Hey, here we go. We're going to go into the Die Glocke conversation because it looks very similar to this UFO sighting that was captured about 90 years ago. Here we go. I don't know, a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm actually going to watch this.
Mario
Heat. Do it differently on this one.
Mm-hmm.
So let's play this, and then we'll come back and give our opinion on what we think. Let's listen to Brent and Blake.
Of a base below the Norfolk coast, that's the speculation going around in that neighborhood because
Lisa, you didn't miss anything.
Is in broad daylight, full spectrum color. We're looking at it. It's a little shaky, but at least we get a clear image of whatever this object is. Is this some kind of bell just hovering over the sky? Something.
You know what kind of bell that looks like? Art bell. Oh, I'll be here all night.
The case and
I really won't.
What we're looking at here.
I'm trying to something. I just want to get to where we talked about. Look at this thing. So I remember when this came out 90 years ago. I think you're going to love me for this one because I'm really trying. And I think I found something very special no one's even mentioned. Are you ready? Are you ready for this? Yes, Regis, I'm ready. Well, go ahead. Don't wait any longer. Tell him. You want to give him an answer? Tell him. I can't do Regis. I was just trying to see if it would work. It doesn't work. Watch this, guys.
And they're showing it in broad daylight, like you said.
Watch
Matthew
this.
did a great job, and he could hear everybody on the ground. They were excited in what they saw. They said this was a spaceship. this be a mirage, Brent? Some people might speculate
this is real.
This could be some kind of buoy just hovering.
Is it David Bowie? No, Regis. Final answer? Final answer. Oh, yeah, mister, you got it wrong. You almost won $1,000. We'll see you next time on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Is that what it... All right, come on.
I don't think there's any kind
Here's what I want to show you about this craft.
Trickery going.
All right, you ready for this? Shut off. I see something happening. It looks like the water might be disturbed. I don't know if it's over here, but at one point, it looks like a tidal wave is coming.
Going on with CGI.
There's something weird going on in this area, I think. It looks like this thing is keeping itself afloat. And I don't want to say it's a anti-gravity, because I'd be shunned upon in the UFO third phase of Moon World.
Hi.
Look.
Yeah, definitely.
You see? Under here? I don't know. It looks like something comes out. Like there's a weird ripple here, like it's propelling air.
Not a buoy.
Downward. It's not David Bowie, that's for sure. It's because it's not in the water. Oh.
My opinion, this is some of the best proof of a USO above.
Never mind. He disappeared. Oh, here we go. Something that... This is where Richie talks about it. When they were mentioning the bell, that was, I believe, Die Glocke? I'm not sure, because that was the Germans in, I think, World War II? I'm not sure if I remember. I can't remember exactly. I'll have to look it up. But they were working with something that supposedly looked like this. And there were reports when they had that bell activated. And this just in from Jim Bud Royale News. Third phase of Moon has been lost at sea since 1977. Third phase are imposters. Back with more later, Jim. They made it start glowing. It supposedly disappeared and came back. But then this just in again. Sorry to interrupt your show in live fashion. Die Glocke. Is the bell? Is this a art bell? It's an art bell. I gotta tell you. We've got news coming in from Germany that third phase of Moon has been spotted shopping in the Galleria in downtown Germany. We'll be back with you in a few minutes. There's reports saying that it disappeared. It was like in a round-shaped structure. Some people are saying it was water towers, but it was... I didn't say supposedly. I know. It sounds like supposedly. I knew it. I knew somebody was going to catch it. I didn't say supposedly. I didn't. I swear to God on my life. You have no idea how freaking upsetting that makes me. I did not say supposedly. I even played it back and listened to it, and it sounds like supposedly. I've never said supposedly because I know supposab isn't a word. Oh my God, I'm getting killed over here. Listen. Activated, and they made it, let's see. I'm not sure if I remember. I can't remember exactly. I'll have to look it up. But they were working with something that supposedly looked like... it does say a D. It's a D. It does sound like V, though. But with the headphones on, it sounds like a D. Something that supposedly looked like... Working with something that supposedly looked... Something that supposedly... Working with something that supposedly looked... Working with something that supposedly looked... Something that supposedly looked... Supposedly looked like this. And there were reports when they had that bell Thank you, Lisa. And they made it start glowing. It supposedly disappeared. You see, that supposedly sounded much clearer. And came back. He disappeared and came back. Supposedly disappeared. It supposedly disappeared. He disappeared, glowing. It supposedly disappeared and came back. That's funny. But then there's reports saying that it disappeared.
Supposedly,
it was like in a round-shaped structure. Some people are saying it was water towers, but it was made out of cement, and it was shackled in the center of this circular thing. And when it was activated, it disappeared. Now, could that have disappeared into the future to the 1960s when they saw, what was that bell-shaped thing? I can't remember, Michael. Oh my God, I had it on the tip of my tongue.
In the 60s?
Yeah, it had crashed, and it was the size of a Volkswagen, and it was very... Hey, Google, what year was the Kecksburg UFO event?
1965. According to Wikipedia, on the evening of December 9th, 1965, a large, brilliant fireball was seen by thousands in at least 6 U.S. states and Ontario, Canada. To find out more, look for the link in your Google Home or Google Assistant app.
Thank you.
Just doing my job.
So, 1965, I was right. Because I think in another show I said 65. Anyway, here we go. Very popular. I can't remember. It was on the East Coast. But I'm thinking I didn't know it was seen over 6 states. I thought it was just a couple. Now, the funny thing about Kecksburg, and it's not that funny, is that this object, when it came down, was in a controlled descent. Some people thought it was a aeroplane of some sort, or even a balloon. But I digest. It was that maybe it reappeared in the... Well, you know what, Stephen? I changed her voice. You can pick a couple of voices, and I chose the woman's voice because I like being told information from women more than I do men. No, you can pick a British accent, American guy. Same with the women. I chose a British accent on a female. Very soothing. When I left today, I went out and I said, "Hey Google, have a nice day."
Have a wonderful day.
She says, "Have a wonderful day," and then plays.
By the way, if you want me to show your favorite memories on the screen whenever you're not interacting with me, just say, "Set up my photo frame."
Set up my photo frame.
Here you go.
Unbelievable. Future and crashed. I don't know. I can't remember. The name will come to me and then I'll just spit it out. But I don't know if this is proof that it's...
This just did. 2 men have been seen perusing around Germany. Were seen running towards the subway in Germany. Some said they were screaming, "The UFOs are here. The UFOs are here." I think it was the Cousins brothers running for their lives. God, I hope they're okay. We'll have an update later on in the show. I hope so. I hope so.
USO, it's in the sky, so it's there. People are seeing it, and the guy's recording it and zooming in and out. It looks like it's there, and it's not moving. That to me is incredible. I don't know. What do you think?
When I first saw this video, my initial thought was Die Glock as well, which is the purported bell that Germany was constructing back in, I think it was World War II. And if it was in the 30s that this is purported to be the case, then it would make sense, seeing as our own Philadelphia experiment was conducted, using the manipulation of frequencies and degaussing.
That's right. Hey, Google. What year was the Philadelphia experiment?
In the United States of America, the Philadelphia experiment came out on August 3rd, 1984.
No, I don't want the movie. Hey, Google, what year was the... What is it? Never mind. Hey, Google, what year was the Philadelphia experiment event?
In the United States of America.
Hey, Google, stop.
August 3rd, 1984.
See that I don't want the movie. I didn't ask for a movie. God, I hate that thing.
Just 10 years afterwards. So it's possible that Germany did have some of this technology, and when the war was over, we got some of their scientists, and this is sort of common knowledge, and a lot of those scientists may have brought over some of this esoteric technology that they were working on. Is what we're seeing here perhaps an augmentation of
what was that
bell that was once reportedly created by Germany? Or is this something that, like you're saying, Rich, is it a back engineered craft that we have a certain understanding of this technology that we can now apply at this point in time? Brent makes a good point that, we're looking at this object sitting above the water, and
pretty interesting nonetheless. Let's check in with Dark Hour Paranormal, huh? Is he on still? DHP. Oh, he's over. See, and then why isn't his show? Oh, his show might take a few minutes to pop up. Very good, Michael. Very good show. What's up, Denbub? JP Bassigno. All right. So I do think this object, this Kecksburg object, what if it time jumped? Holy crap, hold on a second. I want to know what time. Yeah, we'll never know what time that Kecksburg sighting well, we know when it happened, I guess, but we need to know what time that Die Glocke experiment took place. Hey, Coral Ann, did you get your shirt yet? No. I wonder if you guys got your stuff. Nobody emailed me yet. It's been a week. A week ago today. I checked. What if Earth is just a fake? Corinth, why do you got to go and say that? You guys already know what I think, right? About this whole entire universe. Can you believe we could be just a thought in somebody's head right now? I find that difficult to believe. See, if you have a matrix running, not yet. I'll check. I'll check. I'll even give you the tracking number, Coral, if you want. But I'll check. Yeah, you should get it any day. So we'll wait one more day. No, I'll check. I'll check anyway. But yeah, I'll check. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll do it during the show. What the heck? Very strange. See, the Matrix would have to be so amazingly powerful. And we assume that if there are aliens out there, that they've overcome in the 14 billion years of the existence of the universe. By the way, I think the universe goes on forever. I don't think there is an end. How does that grab you? Because when they put out that James Webb telescope, and hopefully they're going to put it out in April this year. It's been delayed now 7 years. When they put out this telescope, supposedly, with the D, we are supposed to see 50% further than we see now with this technology. And it's a different telescope. It's not the same one like Hubble. And it does something with the temperature, and it can see further. So we're going to see potentially 21 billion years further. Not further, but up to 27 billion years further. So let me ask you this question. If that's true, and because what you would have to assume, 14 billion years, the reason they use 14 billion, because they say that's how long it takes light it took light to reach us. And it only goes back 14 billion years. That's it. They gave up after that. And the weird thing about this is, if Hubble did look into the darkest reaches of space, which is really like smaller than a pinhead, and it sees 1,000 galaxies in this one little pixel, why aren't the lights fading? Shouldn't the lights be, I don't know, like fading away? I don't know, right? I don't think it works that way in real life. Because once the light is seen, it's not half of the light showing up. It's either there or it isn't. So they're assuming that's as far as the universe goes right now. I subject that it is bigger, longer, stronger, deeper, further, older. Wow. I was even impressed with those adjectives. Adjectives, right? I was describing. Yeah. Oh, you know what we'll do later? Maybe we won't. All right. Well, the Matrix would have to be, I think, more than one major computer running this whole entire world. If the world is fake, Corrins, the booking guy. The world's real. But maybe it isn't. Maybe it's just some sort of construct in the mind's eye of somebody, somewhere. Because nothing exists until it is observed. So, let me get this straight. You never seen the show before. You accidentally found it on the tubes. Does that mean I started existing for you? Yes. I never existed, but I did exist. I existed for all of the others who have been watching. Well, Rich, that's their matrix, not mine. I never heard of you, never saw you. All right, rub it in, why don't you? Well, I'm just telling you, you didn't exist in my world. All right, I hear you. You don't have to say it so harshly, but I didn't know you. So in my mind's eye, you didn't exist. All right, you want to go with that? Go with that. I'm not buying it. I don't care what the two-slit experiment tells us. I believe that is a bad experiment and a bad hypothesis because it doesn't make sense. So the observation is something doesn't exist until you observe it. So they do the two-split experiment. They shoot one particle of whatever, and then two slits are in front of it. And then it breaks in half and goes in either one, which tells us that every other time it went through another slit or it didn't break up into two. See, how do you know unless you're observing it? You can't know something until you know it. But I think they had proof, right? They saw that it kept going to, let's just say, the left side, the left side, the left side, the left side, the left side. They saw the remnants of it, I think. And then when we observed it, but you can't. Oh, yeah, you can. You run the experiment. You don't look at it. You pull up the sheet. All of the atoms went to the left. Okay? You didn't observe it. Put it back in. Do the experiment over. Now you're going to watch it. And when you watched it, they went to the right, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right, to the... It changed. That's how the experiment worked. So why did it, until we observed it, why didn't it do anything? And I'll tell you why right after this.
This just in. The Cousins brothers were seen. Holy mackerel. Is this right? Am I reading this correctly? Oh my God. Having a cappuccino and a croissant in France? How did they get to France so fast? How did they get there? I'm telling you, these two, they're magical twins. They're magical, I tell you. They're from another planet. And that's all I got for now. We'll be back with an update of the third phase of Moon Cousins Brothers' escape from ufology. So, basically, what we have here is a failure to communicate. We are not living. We are not alive. We don't exist. Would that hurt your feelings? No, it can't. You don't have any. You don't exist. What I like about being a human, as far as we know, is that anything is possible. And I like to believe that we do live in a matrix. It makes sense. I've talked about it several times in the past, so it's nothing new. Yeah, I know. But it is amazing that a lot of the things that we see, ghosts, orbs, spirit orbs, for wreaking havoc and Christopher Peters, UFOs, dreams. It's all part of the computer, the matrix. So when you go to sleep, they call it REM sleep. At the point of 3 hours, if or around there, something happens to your body. It goes into a state of REM, rapid eye movement, and chemicals kick in. And you can barely move. Your motor functions are limited. You may act out and even sleepwalk, but that's because your program needs to be updated. You're on the old firmware. We need to update you. You'll get your update. That's what abductions are for. See, we're real, but we're not. We're AI. We are robots. You know why I know? I'll tell you why I know we're robots. And you're not going to like it. It all comes down to the heart and your brain. Basically, one is a computer, right? And the other is your battery. Now, the reason people get cancer, people get sick more than others, some people are born with the skin that's sensitive to light, and there's people that can't eat almonds or peanuts. There's people that have asthma or diabetes. People get Parkinson's when they get old. Yes, I'm running through the family tree. Not funny. The reason that happens, it's old firmware. Yeah, we all need to be updated. And eventually, you can't be updated anymore. They decide after a certain age, and I believe it's 40. After 40, you get no more upgrades. That's why your cells severely break down. You get some upgrades up until that point, but you don't have cell regeneration, basically. All that stuff starts to break down. You're going to need a lube job. You're going to need to be fixed. How do you do that? You get recycled. What is he talking about? Reincarnation. But it really isn't reincarnation. Not even joking. But the movie The Matrix is taken off the idea that we live in a matrix. So a lot of the things that you see jacking into the matrix, getting pulled back into reality, going back into the matrix, the oracle, psychics, right? Isn't it weird? You've got the Men in Black.
who are the gatekeepers of secrets, right? They try to keep you out. We're the virus. Just like in the movie. We are the virus. We're put into the program to experience life, to experience something, maybe to experience an old civilization that did live on this planet. And we are just in the computer program, or everything in time has been recorded and you're being put back into that time frame. So let's say you want to go back to the Dark Ages. What was it, 1600s? It's exactly like Total Recall. Total Recall is not something that was just made up. That is a legitimate thought that somebody had on what if you can put somebody else's experience, even made up ones, into your own brain and live them while you're just laying there. That's a Matrix. That's the first Matrix movie they made, was Total Recall. At the end, you don't know if he's Quaid or Hopper. What was his name? Hopper. Hopper. This one of his men, Hopper. Go, get to the chop. No, it's the wrong movie. So, it is interesting when Arnold Schwarzenegger is sitting in that chair and they're asking him, men or women? Hetero. He's a hetero, he said. Do you like them nice, frisky, slutty? Be honest. Slutty. And they're picking the character and putting them into the storyline. I got to tell you, someday I'll talk about it, maybe tomorrow, maybe never. But what happened, two things I could tell you in my life that have been major for me in ufology, in life. The events leading up to me getting into ufology and the experience of meeting Third Phase of Moon was another red letter date when they called into the show last year. Two events that there's no way. The first event of me getting into ufology, no way it would have happened unless I purchased my dog. It sounds very slavery-ish, but I mean, it's a dog. If I didn't get him, I never would have walked him in the backyard that night. I never would have looked up, and I never would have seen the UFOs. I would have been sitting inside on the floor playing video games or watching Ghost Adventures in 2004. I don't even know if that was around. Ghost Hunters. That's what it was, the original. Roto-Rooter Hunters. If that event never happened, purchasing the dog. Actually, it was my mother. My mother called me and told me about Angus. Well, there was 4 dogs. But that phone call changed everything. And guess what? Think about the things that changed in your life so much that your whole life was changed 180 degrees. I bet you it came from someone in your own family, someone from within your circle, a friend. Yes, I know that makes sense because those are the people that are in your lives. But I'm talking about, I could have gotten a call from a movie producer. I could have gotten a call from an old college buddy. No, but I didn't. I got a call from my mother, somebody within the circle, within my matrix. And it changed my life so much. And then I want to fast forward 16 years to when Third Phase called me on the show. That wasn't from something inside my circle. That was outside of my matrix. That was their matrix. And because of their programming and my programming and the way I didn't like them in the beginning, I didn't hate them personally. I didn't like their channel. And the way all that hate turned into all this friendship, it's a very unique red letter time in my life. And it has changed everything 180 degrees. My whole life is totally different. Totally better. It's amazing. It just blows me away. Those little things. And you hear about it all the time. How many times have you had somebody say, gosh, oh my God, if I didn't lose my keys, I would be in the intersection dead right now. You ever seen the Adjustment Bureau? If you haven't seen this movie, watch it. It's very cool. I liked it. I thought it was very cool. That there's guys that look like they're men in black. They wear these hats. They're magical hats, too. If you're wearing these hats, you can go through certain doors, and they take you interdimensionally to another place on Earth. So if you go through the door to the restaurant, you're going to wind up in Yankee Stadium. Now, if you close that door and then open up another one, you'll be at the subway in Times Square. You understand? So they have maps of all these three-dimensional or interdimensional maps of doorways that can take you to certain places in time and space on the Earth. As long as you're wearing the magical hat. Stupid. Isn't that stupid? Oh, wear a hat. Why didn't they say there was something in the hat that created this thing? No, you got to be wearing the hat. You can't have the hat in your hand. It's got to be on your head. Why? I always wanted to know why. We just went with it. Why couldn't they be carrying some device? That would have made more sense, right? Like a tablet. Well, we got to wear a hat in this movie, so we got to make the hat represent something. Why are we wearing these hats? Because it's cold, John? No, it's got to be more significant. Why are they wearing these hats? Because they don't have hair? No, but I like your style. They're time-traveling hats? No. I think you're on to something, boss. I got it. They're positional hats. You can go anywhere you want. You got to open up a door, go through. Genius! It's genius! He did it again! It's a really dumb idea when you think about it. It's stupid. That's the only thing I didn't like about the movie was the hat. But very good movie. So these people can go around, make you spill coffee. So you miss getting shot in a drive-by or something, you know? Maybe a phone call comes in and it stops you in your tracks so you could talk, and that saved you from getting hit by a bus. They're the Adjustment Bureau. They adjust things accordingly. So you stay on line. You go right through. For Jesus' age. This just in. The Cousins brothers are running for their lives. We've got helicopter footage. What do you see up there, monkey man? I see the Cousins brothers. They're on a boat. And they're trying to make it home. Thank you very much. Where's their home? It's in Hawaii. They're going to Hawaii. And we're back. Whoa. What was that? What was that? Ma? She's not here. What is that? When did I get that? What is that, a fan? I don't remember getting a fan. Huh. Something's different. Who is... Why... What is this? What's this? Dark Hour Paranormal. Were we watching a video from this person? That's weird. I don't remember. Okay, this is interesting. I am freaking out right about now. What are we talking about? Okay. Yep, that's what I said. January 13th. Okay, I'm just freaking out a little bit. I don't know or remember getting this fan. I felt the breeze and I turned around. I'm like, where's this breeze coming from? And there's a fan right there. Yeah, unless my mom and dad brought that. But they weren't here. I never borrowed their fan. Dark Hour Paranormal. Let's see what he's got going on. Interesting. I don't recognize this person. Let me see if I see him in here. Oh, I'm sorry. Why is Countdown to Disclosure on? Didn't I click on this?
Paranormal Bigfoot, the spiritual Bigfoot, the alien Bigfoot. I
doesn't look familiar. I'm not familiar with this person. I don't know who that is. God, this is so bizarre. It's really weird. What we were talking about Bigfoot? No, I just clicked on that. I'm really freaking out. I don't know this guy. All right, I guess who's this? Mausan. What is a mouse? Mausan. What's a mousin? Mousin? I don't know what that is. What else are we talking? Space Force. Okay, I know it's Space Force. How old is... There he is. Okay. Oh, I'm free... Yeah. Michael. Dark Hour Paranormal's here now. Hey, what do you say there, Chief? Good show, man. We were watching.
Is the military already doing archaeological expeditions? I think that's a fact. That it's a natural fact. If you're on the planet now, there is archaeological groups associated with military, all militaries. They dig a bunker and they end up uncovering ancient advanced technology and or ruins or giant rock cut tunneled, or I mean these systems exist. Eric Von Daniken and Buzz Aldrin went to explore it. Well known, super popular, happened in the 70s, whatever. But I think that these modern governments, especially since World War II, have been way more involved in whatever, if you want to rack it up to clandestine gray state stuff, that there is a...
Hey, Michael, can you tell Jared to remove the microphone from his face? Hey, everybody, Rich Giordano here. We got a great show for you tonight. I tell you, it's going to be fantastic. I mean, really. You're going to love tonight's show. It's going to be great. What else are we doing? We've got a lot of stuff here. We'll talk about UFOs and things of that nature. And I'm sorry. What did I'm dropping stuff here. Whoops. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm busting chops. Oh. Very good show, by the way. I fell asleep. So I started my show 15 minutes late and saw that you were on. And we were listening to it. Very, very... I like that guy, Jared Murphy. I don't know who he is. He looks familiar. Wait, do I know who he is? The evidence from historical record, legends, and myths are shouting that it wasn't aliens. That the advanced technologies are echoes of a human society. Right. Oh my God, yes. That's what we're seeing. Technology from past human, as Caesar would say. Human. Family. Strength. They're echoes from a human past civilization that we do not have records on. I always believed that it was aliens. Always. But why can't it just be us? Oh, wait, I know. Because mainstream science tells us that man is only a couple 100,000 years old. That's why. Can't happen. I don't see what the harm is in telling us that it was humans from thousands of years ago that were better than we are psychically, emotionally, technologically. There was a better human back then. See, here's what I think. Not that you care, but I believe exactly what they talked about in the effing Matrix is that this is the 6th version. And in previous versions, what did they say? We made everything good, but made it easy. Didn't make humans have to worry about anything at all, but it backfired on them. They gave us free will. Without free will, by the way, where is Will? Somebody free Will? That was a cheap joke. Cheap joke. Not even funny. Not even funny in 2021. But if we go back to the first copy, the thing I think happens is exactly where I was going when I first started this conversation. I was saying we are not who we think we are. We don't exist. We are part of a computer program. We are aliens inside. Don't you know it? Don't you feel it? You know this planet doesn't feel right to you. You know something is amiss. You do. Look around, man. When you go outside, next time you're in the wilderness, on top of a mountain in the middle of the desert, I don't care where it is, Antarctica, look how beautiful everything is. Even in the worst places, it's beautiful. The creation of everything is beautiful to me, whether it be in the slums or in Hollywood, California. Creation of things from such a vast and diverse spectrum is amazing to me. The people, so many different matrices happening. I thought we had 7.4 billion people on the planet or something. I just watched a documentary, and they said there were 6.6 billion people on the planet. Okay, so 400 or 800 million people just vanished? I'm a little freaked out by that. I'll have to pull it up. Lisa Marie with a $5. Oh, well, I'm not looking at the chat room. How am I supposed to be doing a show and reading the chat room at the same time? But thank you for the $5 super chat, Lisa. You have to, and also, I can't see everything. Sometimes, the super chats come up in color. That's why I see that out of the corner of my eye when I'm just doing the show. Well, I'm looking for his question now. We just put the show to a halt here. Okay, here it is. Goof on. Have you ever seen the guy, Oren, who's half robot and half human? He has a YouTube channel, says he's part of the Collective. Have you ever heard of the Collective? And what's your thoughts? Okay. I usually see if I'm asking for questions, I understand there's questions coming in, right? But if I'm not asking for questions and somebody asks a question, I may not see it. That's the problem doing a show by yourself. If you watch other shows and they're interacting with the chat room, you now have a bullshit session. That's all it is. You're just having a conversation. I'm trying to entertain a little bit, do my thing, and you just watch me do it. That's why I don't see things. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just explaining why I don't see things, because I'm doing my own thing. I'm inside my head. You know what I mean? It's very hard for me to do that. I don't have a guest to where I could sneak a peek at the chat room and type stuff in and maintain control of the conversation I'm having with you. So that's why I don't get to the chat room as often as you would like me to interact. It's almost impossible to do it. Even though I've been doing this for 18 months, it is still hard for me to focus on both. I apologize. But I do know what the Collective is, Stephen. The Collective. That's a bunch of people, right? We don't know who they are, but they control everything. That's the Collective. Am I wrong on that? Am I wrong? Isn't that the Collective? Let's see what the internet says. Let's see what Google says. Hey, Google, what is the Collective? Hey, Google, what is the Collective?
Here's the definition of collective, done by people acting as a group.
People acting as a group, yeah. Thank you.
Sorry, I don't know how to help with that. Here are other things you can try.
Thank you.
No problem.
I'm going to type in the Collective and see if I can find it for you. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to find it. I never heard of this guy who's half robot, half human. Oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about... Hold on. I think I know you. Let's see if it's Oren. No, it's got to be Oren. Like you said, I guess, right? Real Orion? This guy? I never seen this before. See? Oh, wow. What is this? Oh, that's a music video. I cannot play that. Let's see what he looks like. Okay. All right, I see what's going on now. Hey, Mick, I'm actually glad it's nobody's fault, Lisa. Nobody's fault. Nobody's fault. It's nobody's fault. Nobody knows. Nobody knows how this show works. So it's nobody's fault. I didn't mean to come out hostile at all. Not at all. Not in the least. I was just explaining. That's all. That's all. I just wanted to explain. If it's the East Coast attitude that you have a problem with, don't blame me. I was born this way. So, I mean, I don't know the guy, right? But this is from a year ago. He's got 33,000 subscribers, but 341,000 views. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. This guy's killing it. A month ago he did a video. 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, 6 months. So he doesn't do a lot, but he gets a lot. He gets as many views on one video than I do for the month. We don't get that many. We get over, 360,000 a year. That's it. Not much. I want it to be 1 million views a month. That's what I want to get to. But once we get to, we're almost at 30,000 a month, but we're not close. Not yet. All right. I think I want to click on this and just take a peek. So let's see what this is about.
Nice to meet you.
Great. So, hello, Krayshawn. We are on a collective conscious and cyborg. It is an honor to meet the one humans call Krayshawn. Please introduce yourself, including but not limited to, how did you create your artist name, hometown, and what a day in your life.
This just in. The Cousins brothers are running for their lives. We got a report. We don't have any audio or video, but coming in from the chopper, we can hear the Cousins brothers saying, aliens are real, aliens are coming to get us. What's that? Holy crap, they've got photon weapons? What is this? They're getting into a META-Propulsion craft, everybody. Oh, wait, where'd they go? Where'd they go, everybody? They disappear. Is this real? Is this gotta be CGI if it's coming from the... Was it? Oh my God, are you kidding me? They're gone? They're completely gone. Holy... Third phase of the Bren Blake Cousins have disappeared from the planet. Maybe they were off-world on their own planet. I told you there was something special about these two guys. They were all the way in Germany, getting lunch in France, running the subways in the UK, and then taking a boat all the way back to Hawaii, getting in a META-Propulsion craft. This is an unbelievable story. We'll be back later on with an update. I'm Rich from Goofon. What? No? I want to be Rich from Goofon. I'm not. All right. And all right, we're back. Interesting report. Always comes out weird in my mind. I don't understand it. But this is an interesting channel. So this guy is saying he is half man, half machine. And he's got a guest on, fairly attractive. She almost looks like Barbara Streisand if she had a kid. She did? Okay. Doesn't look like that? No. This guy's playing the role of a cyborg alien. I don't even want to do it. I thought about trying to play robot like. I don't want to. I wanted to see if I could. I know I can do it. I just don't want to be that. He's got it. He's got that corner of the market sealed down. That is interesting, Stephen Carney. Apparently, Stephen says he has a chip in his brain which they control and he has no control over it. That makes sense. That's what crazy people say.
But they're not crazy, are they? Oh, nay, nay. Only for the hour or so that he's on the 22 minutes. He's doing 20-minute videos acting like a freaking robot. We all have them. We all have them. Hello. We all have them. I don't want to scare anybody. That's not my intention here tonight. But doesn't it make sense that we're all part of this matrix world we live in? Where's B. Baker? Not here tonight. Yeah, I meant to say that earlier. But I don't believe that what we see every day is reality. It isn't. I'll show you why. Explain this, okay? Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Yeah, explain this to me. Here you go. All right, what's this? You know what I mean? What are we doing? That could be CGI. All right? What is this? No. What is that? Again, you want to say that's fake too? So everything's fake. Guess what? You're 100% correct. If we live in a matrix. You know why? Lisa, you know why. Does anybody know why? Because your brain can't tell the difference. What? The matrix cannot tell the... No. Your brain, not the matrix. Freaking doppelgangers think they know everything. Your brain can't tell the difference between reality and memory. It gives off the same signal. They've tested it 1,000,000 times. You understand? When you look at something, you're not seeing what you're seeing at all. It's actually upside down in the back of your eyeball, way in the back, in the visual cortex, I think it's called. You know what it is? You know what your eyeballs are? It's a camera. That's it. It's a camera. Not only is it a camera, it is a projector of images in electronic pulses that are transmitted to your brain. So, if somebody got a hold of you or has some sort of weapon that they can shoot energy at you, I think, which make you freaking understand. You give off the same. Your brain reacts the same. Your brain is giving off the same reading as if you are experiencing getting shot with an arrow or remembering getting shot with an arrow. You remember it happening, you remember the pain, but yet your brain is acting like it's really happening again. And that's how you trick the Matrix. That's it. This just in. The Cousins brothers. They have done it, America. They have landed inside the White inside? On top of the White Well, why'd you say inside? They went inside the White House. They landed on the roof, on the helipad, with their META-Propulsion craft, have taken over the White House. It is a coup d'etat, and they're creating their own, what's this? What's that? Meta reality, everybody. It's a better reality. It's a more meta world. It's a better world right now. The Cousins brothers have taken over America, making it, what is it? Making it meta. Is it making meta? Meta? Is that right? They're there.
They have talked with Trump and Biden. They've kicked them out of the White House. They have taken over America. And, oh, what's this? The stock market is going up. It's a record. Stocks. People are trading like crazy. What's this? Oh, we're going to the moon tomorrow and Mars next week. They have done it. They have literally changed history in a matter of minutes, folks. This has been the best day of our lives. I gotta go. I gotta go celebrate with everybody I know, and that's you. Wow, good story. Good. The Cousins brothers saved America and the planet. I knew they were cool. I knew they were cool. Well, Jaime Maussan. Hey, I don't want you here now. Okay, jerk. I'm going to play one of your videos here for a second. Check out these UFOs, guys. Just a couple from Jaime. Here we go. No, we're not going to watch him.
Como pocas veces en la historia,
se logró
registrar. Esto les permitió a los testigos grabar con total claridad la presencia del objeto que también expone forma de disco y que del mismo.
Something at the disco. Look at this. This looks like the craft that Jim Peniston touched at Kecksburg, idiot, at Rendlesham. Look, it looks like there's a point right here. You understand? And if we go to my channel real quick, I'll show you. You stupid. Look, watch. Look, it looks like this right here in the middle. See? It looks like it, right? No? All right. Maybe it doesn't. Where are you? Where is it? Oh. See? Boop. Similar. And then Jaime's got... no, not on my watch. It's at Fleer TV Mall. Escurdo matana casi rotando at Fleer TV Mall. Geturu Navy o a pia. Mamma mia. Look at this guy's drinking while he's on the job. What are you doing? Wait, that's Jaime? As a young guy? And this, he just drank that and made himself 40 years younger? And a different nationality? No, I think that guy's Hispanic. Look. Where else is Jaime? Look. I love the UFOs they get. These cannot be faked. It would take $1 million to do this. No, Jaime. It's pesos. 1 million pesos. That's $8. I know. Two. Look. That's Choo-choo. Chi-chi. That's not nice at all. That's not funny at all. Why would I do that? Why? You don't shit where you eat. What are you doing? Come on, relax. Enjoy tonight. Enjoy it. All right. So I noticed that 3 of my news sources or funny news sources are gone. Louder with Crowder.
not on. It's still there, but hasn't been live in 3 weeks. Greg Gutfeld, the 5, gone. I can't remember the third one, gone. You just can't talk politics and do and say what you want on YouTubes. You can't. They're not going to have it. They're not going to have it. It's over. This is why GoofOn has to change too. We have no choice. I think it would be impossible for me to do shows the way I did 2 months ago. This is a weird time we're living in for Americans. We have lost a lot. We've lost a lot already, and it's not even January 20th. But I know one thing. I may not have to work ever again, because I know that if things stay the course and the left is controlling the White House, that people who are on welfare and don't work will get paid handsomely to not do so. So why? Why go to work? Why bother? Oh, I see. To contribute to society. Yeah. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. It's a strange world we're living in. So if you see that I'm not as verbose as I once was, well, we'll find a different way to talk about people. We don't have to, look, there's many ways we could talk about people. The way I was doing it was the easy way. And even the hard way will eventually be the easy way. So I've got to curb things that I say, how I say, and maybe even who I say it to. I want to survive. I want to thrive, to be honest with you. I don't want to be one of these come and go. Obviously not. I don't want that. I don't want to take that chance. And if you're okay with the changes, which will be minimal, but they will be enough, you may notice that I may not be playing a lot more videos, or there may be more personal stuff on here. I don't know. I've been thinking about it for a long time. And I just don't know. When people put out or post UFOs on the internet, the right thing to do is to get permission from them. Okay? I don't know how Third Phase of Moon does it, because I'll reach out to people and they don't get back to me. They reach out to people and they get back. Oh, it must be because they have 773,000 more subscribers. Maybe that's why. Not fair. I want to play. I want to post it on GoofOn. Third Phase is Third Phase. GoofOn's my little baby. Third Phase is my stepchild. You understand? You treat your stepchild. You love your stepchild, but it's not blood. GoofOn is blood. And it doesn't have to be first. I'm trying to evenly distribute my time to both GoofOn and Third Phase. Only because I want them both to succeed. And with good reason. The truth. As long as we keep delivering the truth, right? And we talk about things. This show may not be 2 hours anymore. It may only be 90 minutes, 80 minutes. I've been going longer than that since I said that. But that's just because I can. It's not because I meant to. But I get into these thoughts and then we keep talking for an hour. Next thing I know, it's time to go. But I do. I want to do what I'm doing on Third Phase on GoofOn. But GoofOn, the only difference is I will give my opinion and I will give it strong on GoofOn. Third Phase is more like it's UFO reporting. That's what it is. I try to tell you what we see. Michael tries to tell you what he sees. We try to speculate, hypothesize, theorize on what we think we're looking at. And that's it. No debunking is going on. No disparaging remarks. Nothing like that. That's for goof on. So I like it. I like both. I love them both, but one is blood and one isn't. It's weird. I never had any children. I've only owned one dog, my own dog. My parents had dogs when we grew up, so I guess you can say it was the family pets. But I would imagine it's the same feeling. You know, I gave birth to Goof On. I didn't give birth to Third Phase. That's somebody else's kid. I'm just helping the kid grow up. I'm just giving Third Phase UFO Report life. I love it, but Goof On will always have my intimate thoughts, my extreme way of thinking, if you call it that now. I call it just talking, thinking. I don't see anything extreme about anything I've ever done here. Anything. Because 15, 16 years ago, you could say anything you want and get away with it. And guess what? Nobody died. Nobody died. But why? Why do we have to be silent? I'm telling you, I know what I just heard. I'll tell you what I just heard. And I've been hearing it a lot today and yesterday. I don't know why. What's today's date? 13th. So my garbage, I have a little handle that I put my garbage bag on, and you can cinch it up and let it hang on the thing, or you can put it in the closet. I chose to leave it in a corner. It's very easy. I just throw shit in it when I want to. I keep hearing something going into the garbage. I can hear the rustling of the plastic bag, the hefty bag, whatever. I hear things. Look, it's happened many, many, many times, and I just realized it today. It's because the bag is right where Angus's bowl used to be, where he ate his dinner. So I'm wondering, and I've tried to catch it. I can hear things happening. I'll be sitting around at 1 a.m. I'd be on the phone with the Cousins brothers. They don't know. You know, we're talking on speaker. And I'd get up because I know I hear my dog's little nails on the floor. You know when dogs walk on tile? I hear that. Then I hear the plastic bag. Like he's sticking his nose in there like he would, you know? Every time I'd get up and I'd go look around, and never, ever have I seen that bag move once. It's just noises, I think. But he also, his soul was taken in that corner as well. I know the minute, I knew when it happened, when he actually passed away. He didn't die when I had to put him down. He was sitting in that part of the kitchen, and the refrigerator is, let's just say, to one side of the wall, the left, and on the right is just a wall. And then if you were to go, the wall in front, then it's just a wall. So you've got a wall a wall, the refrigerator, and appliances, right? And then the light would be right above him. Just after midnight, and I woke up because of a flashing light in the kitchen. The light, I left it on because he had a hard time seeing in the end, so I left the lights on. And it was flickering. And I sat straight up, and I heard what sounded like, when you cross wires, static electricity type of sound, and the light in the kitchen, I knew exactly what was happening. I looked over the bar where the kitchen sink is and a little place you could eat. I looked over, and I see him right underneath the light, not moving. I thought maybe he got up and something was going on. And that was the last time he ever moved. It's really weird. I have a feeling he went, because that light never flashed like that before or since. And I had the same experience in the closet. I got it on video, and you can see a black shadow darting around in the closet with me when that light bulb was doing the same thing, and eventually it went out right on camera. But you can see a black, remember I showed you, and it went right through the screen a couple of times. God, that's weird. And the weird thing is I didn't feel anything. Nothing. I was sitting here in the living room, and I saw that the light was flashing from here, because you can see into the bathroom, and if you make a right, you got the shower, and then I got a big walk-in closet, and the door's always open, so I saw a flashing light, and I got up, immediately started recording, because it looked just like the same thing that happened with Angus. It's a weird place I'm living in. A lot of people died in this building compared to every other building here. There's 3 big buildings, and each building has about 100 units. And we've had 11 deaths in my building, and which is building 2. Building 1 had 2 deaths, and the other building had 1. It's pretty wild stuff. Yeah, they rolled out a body here a couple of weeks ago, right before Christmas. Yeah, right past the door. I thought somebody was moving in. I kept hearing this commotion and shit being dragged, it sounded like, but they were bringing in the stretcher and forensics unit and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, geez. Somebody else died. So here I am living in this place, and ever since I moved into this place, I've never felt good. Never. I've never felt 100%. When I leave and I go shopping, I don't want to come back anymore. I just don't. Something wrong with this place. It really is. Anyway, such is life. Makes you wonder if we're living in a reality that is what you see, feel, taste, smell, touch. Is it? Do you believe your senses? You know, our eyes can only see a very tiny fraction of light. Very tiny. Very tiny. I'm squishing my own eye. We see nothing compared to what's out there. Doesn't that frighten you? We've seen in UFO videos these white dots cutting through clouds. We've seen and heard about Tic Tac UFOs. We've seen and heard about many cryptids around this wonderful world of ours. many, many strange things happening. People getting possessed. You have people channeling. You have psychics. You have tarot cards, palm reading, crystal balls, Ouija boards, etc. Maybe we can't get proof because we can't get proof. You ever think of that? You just can't. Because it doesn't exist. Not until you look at it. But even then, does it really exist? Do you exist? I'm not so sure anymore if anything exists on this planet. I believe we are an avatar in a computer, in a computer, in a computer, in a computer. Something is running the weather. Something is, right? Don't you believe everything natural is run by a computer program, let's say? I don't know. A matrix makes sense to me because it fills in all the holes. People see ghostly apparitions, right? Well, that's the program. You're just getting an echo of an older program, maybe. That maybe in your house wasn't here. Maybe it was something else like a church, or maybe 1,000,000 years ago. And you're just getting the effect of a huge program. And you're getting echoes of a time once forgotten or never known. That's why we see UFOs. The real UFOs, I mean. That's why. Because they're echoes of the past. Maybe. I don't know. Possibly. I don't know. It just seems like every time there's a UFO sighting, there's somebody saying, oh, here's what it is. So I don't know. There are supposedly over 100 UFO crashes. Really? 100? Somebody's got to have some parts somewhere. Said it before, I'll say it again. Nobody's walking around with UFO footage that's real. And nobody has any material. You understand? It's a matrix. That's why you dream at night. You're picking up the echoes of other dreamers, other minds. That's why you can fly in your dreams, because you're in the mind of a pilot who is dreaming about flying, and you just somehow got intertangled in his reality. Damn. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. I love saying that. All right. It's true, I do. What's that? I know. I know what time it is. You don't have to tell me. Damn. So I want to thank everybody for hanging out tonight. Sorry about the late start. Don't forget to go check out Third Phase of Moon. They will have a video later. It's a good one. I was part of it. And Third Phase as well. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. I want to thank my moderators, Super Chatters. Thank you very, very much. Very much. Veterans, newcomers alike, thank you for hanging out, even just for a little bit. I appreciate the effort. And don't forget, if you ain't looking up, you ain't looking out. The Cousins Brothers save the world. Good night, everybody.